Hello everyone, this is Eating Chong. Here is IFN584 assignment 2 video record for lineup game design. And here's the summary about the types, including basic, classic, and spin. For the modes, including human versus human and versus computer. And for the extra functionality, including undo and redo, and also have the save game and load game. And here's the CRC card, and it includes the 9 core classes in my design. And more details will show in the classic diagram. So in my core class game, it contains the main game floor. So it has the composition relationship with board to help it go through the whole flow of the game. And board manage the physics grid by the basic, disk, and remove disk. And it has the disk class as well, and it is which is inherited by the 4 different disks. And also the player is applied the polymorphism principle with human player and computer player with inherited method of select move. And also the rule is separate from game to control the whole rules like a winning condition and the valid move. And also the game saver is control the save and load game. And the move history will control the undo and redo move as well. And here's about the object diagram 1, and this scenario is about the human versus human, while 2 players have finished their first move. So now is turn to the player 1. And I want to refer is about the history 1 and history 2, which are corresponding to player 1 and 2. As we can see, after the first move, and move 1 is placed in the undo stack. And while redo state is empty because it will not allow to do after finish undo. And then the object diagram 2 is talk about the human versus computer. And it also show like players save the game after undoing the move. So as we can see, there's a difference between the scenario is the history 1. So understood becomes to the empty because move 1 is not allowed to do undo again, but it permits to do the redo. And here's more thing I want to refer is about the history 2. As we can see, there's no because the computer player is not allowed to do undo and redo in my design. And here is the sequence 1 is talking about human player make a move. So game 1 will call player 1 to select move, and it will get input to return the move 1. And the game 1 will call the rule or to rule 1 to check the valid move. And also it will code the board to check is full or not. If it returns true, the player 1 will count the number of remain disk. And game 1 will ask the board to place the disk and ask the boring disk to apply the effect. So after display the board, the rule will check the win condition. If it goes false, it will switch the player. And the sequence 2 is talk about undo and redo process. And it shows on the process of calling player to improve will pretty similar to the sequence 1. Just one player choose the undo. Again, 1 will call the undo move, and you will call history 1 to find the newest move by pop undo stack and put it in the redo stack. And also the game 1 will ask the board to remove the disk. On the contrary, if the player redo as well, the process will be totally upset to make a move to go back on the stock. And board 1 will be asked to place the disk as well. So here is all my OOP design for lineup game. Thank you for listening.